Hi everyone.
Hello.
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 Today we're going to be answering questions.
Yes.
Because we can't think about our own grief today.
Yeah, we've had to use one camera today because none of our SD card speeds run at the... Anyway, I'm not going to bore you with the details. But this is how close we are now, sitting together. I can literally touch her. It's a good job we're sisters, because else this would be really horrible. Imagine if we had a guest on, all sat like this.
Sat in, sandwiched in there. So what? How did your mum die?
I don't know. How did your mum die?
How did your mum die? Why would they be tiny? Just a baby.
A little baby.
A little baby.
This has been a really stressful, technically challenging morning.
Seeing as we woke up at about 10 o'clock, it's now 2 o'clock and we're just sitting down to film. Not even had my breakfast yet.
Which is Alicia's idea of hell.
Yeah.
And when I'm setting up, I'm really scared of Alicia because she gets really impatient, and then if I don't do it quick enough, then she like hits me, shouts at me, screams at me and throws things at me.
I don't do that.
She does shout at me.
I just sit passive aggressively in the corner and wait for it to hurry
Which
up.
is worse, actually, because I would rather you shouted at me than be passive aggressive. It's not very autistic of you to be passive aggressive.
Sorry, I'm not autistic enough for you. Thing is, that's something I need to do this week, actually, is my assessment. Too much going on. I've just lost my job.
Yeah, it's been an interesting...
Interesting week.
Interesting week. We have left our job that we had at the same place.
We've lost our jobs. We didn't leave our jobs. We lost our jobs.
I left. As I said, Alicia is about to hit me at any moment.
I'm not. I don't hit. I just
kicks.
verbally hit.
But yeah, and you know when that hits, it hits hard. It's been a mad week, but we're together. So when I come down from London, I try and record with Alicia like once a month. So we're going to try and do a question episode too in between that.
Yep.
Don't hold us to it because
We're not doing
we're working on our own schedule, all right? We're very busy people.
But the thing is, we're not.
Trying to do that in between.
You are.
You are, though.
I don't have a job, but I do have a lot of things to do, like watching telly and just things to do that I'd like to do.
We're going to be answering some questions today. So we did a submissions on Instagram, and you've sent us some dilemmas, topics, random questions, also some tea, some big fucking tea.
Some massive tea that we forgot about, actually. Thank you.
No,
Sorry.
Alicia loves to say full person's names.
Full person.
Full government names on the podcast.
Sorry.
And we're going to answer a few of those instead because at the moment we've not really had much brain power to think about our own grief. I can't remember the last time
I just forgot. I forgot I was even grieving for it. I'm just my only problem at the moment is being jobless. So the fact that I'm grieving as well, that's just like Monday morning. Do you know what I mean? Like my problem right now is, sorry, I can't stop looking at
trying
Gollum.
to find. There's a Gollum toy over there that I put up.
Amy seems to think it looks like me. We'll put a story up and I'll ask whether you agree.
I love how much you guys are just real on stories because when I say things, you always vote the correct answer. For example, that little toy over there that I can see. It looks like Alicia. Alicia's filming today. Because it looks like you're filming. But anyway, as Alicia's job searching at the moment, we were laughing about how when you went for that job interview
Oh my God.
with...
Straight away. So it was about 2 months after Eliza died. I was looking for something to do, something to fill my time.
Well, you needed money
Purpose, money. I was in third year. And I went for this job role as a photographer at I'm a Celeb Jungle Gym in Media City. And it was like a climbing thing, and you'd do the thing, and you'd get on the end, and you'd pose in front of the green screen, and you'd say, I completed it. And I'd take the picture, right?
You could definitely have done that.
Yeah, I could have done that. Went to the job interview. He sat me down and he said, what can
Was
you...
it in person?
Yeah.
What the hell?
It was in person.
Where was it?
It was in Media City food court. And he said, what can you bring to the role? And I just went, I don't know. And he went, yes, you do. Come on. Yes, you do. Why do you want the job? And I just went, I just started panicking. I just went, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Because I didn't want the job. And then they said at the end of the interview, we'd like to offer you the job. And I just thought, in what world were you going to offer me the job? Didn't go. I was like, I don't want this job. My friend just died. Don't know why I went, actually, but I didn't take it.
Wow. Well, I'm proud of you for going.
It's so funny.
I feel like that man was really nice to be like, no, come on, you do know.
I know.
That was
In
so
what
kind.
world is that the job of an interviewer to be
Well,
like, come on.
he wanted you.
But why?
Because you probably had a good CV. Probably no one else wanted the job.
Oh, that's two different things.
You're
the only one that applied.
What jobs did I have when I was grieving? Oh, I was working again in Media City.
Were you?
The day that I found out that Mum had kicked the bucket.
The bouquet.
The real ones will know this story already.
The witch.
The real ones will know this story already because this was our first ever TikTok actually that we made about this. I don't think I've ever actually spoke about it on the podcast though. I haven't. Have I? Well, for anyone who's new,
That's true, yeah.
I'll just tell this fucking story because it's mental. I was working in Media City, same place as Alicia's I'm a Celeb. Good job. And I was working in the restaurant, Pier 8 restaurant. Yeah, I'd only done like 3 shifts.
Doxing yourself.
Yeah. Well, I don't live here anymore, so go
Yeah,
fucking find me.
Go find me instead. Perfect, cheers.
You don't work at Pier 8 restaurant. Anyway, I was working and it was like my 3rd day on the job and I walked in. It was like thunder and lightning, like complete thunder and lightning outside. It was torrential storms. And I walked in to go into the doors and this woman...
You actually described her as a hag last time.
Okay, I think a hag is the right way to describe her.
She was a hag.
She had one eye and that doesn't make you a hag, but
she was one.
But
did she have
was one
a
because
cape?
she had a cape on.
And she was
She
like
had a
this.
cloak on. No, she had, honest to fucking God, guys, she had a hood up. She had one eye.
She didn't have one eye.
She did have one eye.
She didn't.
She did.
She didn't have a stick or a...
She
wasn't
was
hunched
an
over.
old woman. Yes, she was. She
Didn't
had
have a
cloak
nose
on.
this long
No,
with
she
a
didn't.
wart on
She
the
didn't.
end. She
No.
wasn't green.
Okay, you're describing a witch. No, you know what my worst things about podcasts are? It's when they sing or when they laugh for too long. And we do both of them fucking things
Really?
Yeah.
People don't watch this for a podcast. This isn't a podcast. This is just like real tea.
Real tea.
You don't watch this for like structure.
Well, no, because on the last episode, I've completely interrupted my story.
We've got ADHD.
On the last
today.
episode, I said, do you guys want structure?
You said no.
And in the comments on Spotify, you lot are saying you don't want structure and you want the cackles. So
That's what you're gonna get.
that's what you're going to get.
You never. If you wanted structure, we'd honestly just quit. So
You'd quit.
yeah, I would. Anyway, this hag.
Anyway, the hag. So the hag, I bump into the hag on my way into work and she says, fuck you. She looks into me. Well, she looked, yeah.
She tried to.
She looked into my eyes and she said, fuck you. And I swear to God on my life, behind her it went thunder and lightning.
Did she shake her stick?
She went, fuck you. And I got cursed by a demon that day because when I walked out that same exit, I walked out the same exit in the same position where I would be where I met that hag, and I looked at my phone and I had 30,000 million missed calls.
Yeah, because
And
I was literally like, guys, seriously, you need to get her seriously. Amy, seriously.
Amy. And then I had to nip down the motorway back to Leicester in the car.
I was fucked as well. I drank a whole bottle of apple sours.
Alicia was at her 16th birthday party. This is the reason we wanted to make this podcast in the first place, was that story, because I got
That's too
cursed by a
wild.
hag and we lost our mum at Alicia's sweet 16th.
Well, she wasn't there.
No.
But that's the problem.
And that's the tea. But that's why we thought we needed to share this with the world, because that's not really very normal.
That's not okay. And like that being the first experience of our grief, and then the rest of it just being like the curse, the curse, the curse, the curse, the curse, the curse.
Yeah.
It's just like, how do you lift a curse? Like, I'm seriously asking, because...
Don't ask that. I got fucking bombarded by
Witches.
people that believed they could lift my curse.
No, because they can.
Christians.
Not Christians.
I got voice notes from people saying I need to hop on a Zoom with them and they'll lift my curse because of this TikTok.
I'm not looking for Christians. I'm looking for witches, pagans.
Okay, well, anyway, anywho, that was where I was working.
Sorry, Christians. And then you went to the market and it got even better.
I went to the market, got even better. I'm not going to retell every story I've ever told on TikTok. If you want to know, you can scroll to the...
Yeah, that's it. That's yours.
Scroll. Go find those vids. Like, comment and save.
And hit that bell.
Hit that share button. But then that job, actually, so my dad had to come and pick me up. He drove all the way to Manchester to pick me up. It was St. Paddy's Day.
Was it? Oh my God, it was. That's why you've got a fear of feather boas.
Yes, so it was St. Paddy's Day.
That's wild.
And I got on the bus and I couldn't remember this whole thing for a while until maybe the last few years, like this actual experience of finding out that I needed to come home. Out of nowhere. Complete shock, by the way.
Yeah.
It was like...
It was just a random Saturday night.
Yeah, just random. No pre-warning, nothing. And then I was on the bus and I remember lying down on the chairs, like just hyperventilating, crying, crying. And
Really?
I was on my own.
Did you know she was going to die then?
Yeah.
Because I didn't.
Yeah.
Did Dad ring you and say your mum's going to die?
No, did.
He said that?
Basically.
Why? Well, he didn't say that to me. I had to force it out of him, the fucker.
What did he say?
He said, your mum's in hospital. And I said, oh, has she got another UTI? And he said, no. And I said, is she going to die? And he said, no. And I said, tell me. And he said, no. And I said, tell me. And he said, yes. I said, why'd you say no twice?
I didn't know this. We've never spoke about this. Also, it's really weird sitting this close to you because basically another technical error. I've only got one camera. Ooh. I'm going to a shot that close. Ooh. Ooh. At least I can hug you.
Perfect. It's just what I was missing.
Nah. That's fucking mental. No, it was a voice note. It was a voice memo I had all the missed calls and then I went on my voicemail and heard the voicemail. And then I got on the bus and I was just like...
What the fuck?
I was on the floor.
If he was going to tell anyone, why not the one that's near?
Because you were a child. You were 16 years old.
So were you a child, 21?
Yeah, but I was never a child in that dynamic.
Yeah, anyway, moving on.
So I get off the bus. It's St. Paddy's Day. Everyone's dressed up for that occasion. Green everywhere. Green feather boas. I'm being sick at this point because I'm in complete shock. People are walking past me. I remember them so vividly. Like, wait, she's fucked. She's pissed. Like, let's go. Let's do a shot. Yeah, I'm vomiting out of pure shock. Thank fuck my best friend Charlie was in the SU. They hadn't gone out yet.
Aww.
So she runs out in a green fucking feather boa, takes me home. And
did you tell her then? Did she know?
She knew. I rang her crying. And she took me back. And all I remember from the next bits is this is really sad. It makes me sad every time I think about this bit.
You don't have to.
No, it's fine. It's good to say. I just remember saying out loud, like, I can't live. Like, I can't live if she dies. I can't live.
Well, you are.
And I know. That's what I'm fucking saying. Because at that moment, I was like, my life cannot carry on. And I've never felt like that. I was like, my life is done.
Yeah.
I cannot physically continue.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? It's that feeling of like, there is no fucking way that I am ever going to survive this. There's no way that I'm technically possible. Like, I don't know what to do. There's no way that it will ever not feel like this.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It was that like feeling of like, what the fuck do we do now? Like, nothing makes sense. Nothing's ever going to feel light again. It's never going to feel like a normal day ever again.
It's just like,
and it does.
It does.
It actually does. I just wake up now and I'm like, la 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 la.
We wake up and laugh, which is fucking weird.
It has been 8 years.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like...
8 years.
8 years is crazy.
And like, it's weird because it's like, I'm suddenly a person that lost her mum 8 years ago. What the fuck?
Yeah, but also I don't feel like I'm a person that lost their mum 8 years ago. I feel like it's like I for so long my identity was like, oh yeah, she's just lost her mum. She's just lost her mum. Like,
it feels like I'm still like she's just lost her mum, kind of. But then it's also like I feel like it never happened. I feel like I never had one. I never lost her. I feel like this is just the way that I was.
Yeah, I agreed.
This is the mental health that I've always had and I've always been born with, which is so not true. Like,
that's fucking mental. Fine. Yeah, so true.
Well, we weren't. I've always had mental health problems, but like, this isn't the way my brain was forever. Like,
no, it's been disturbed.
Yeah, it's wild. Because it's just so normal because it's been every single day for the last 8 years. Like, it's hard to then decipher like what it was before that. Because 8 years is such a long time for it to be your every single day. Like, I forget that it wasn't like that.
Can't believe it was 8 years ago. 'Cause it's
9
first year.
next year.
The fuck. And that's it. I think also it's quite scary when you think, because I think when you're in the first bits of your grief, you think that the further away it gets, people seem to care less. So it's like, I still have inside my head, like, oh my God, no, it can't be 9 years, because then people won't care. People won't care if it's 10 years ago, people won't care about that.
But it's 8 years ago now and people do care.
People do care, yeah. But also, like, that's not really what you should think anyway, because just if you're 20 years down the line doesn't mean that you're going to be
Fine.
like fine. It doesn't work like that. That's not how grief works at all.
Also, like, the stages that you're in, like, when it first happened, obviously I was the most altered I'd ever been because it just happened and my brain was altering live, like it was happening. But now I'm still altered, but in a completely different way. Like, I can get up in the morning, I can laugh, I can just go get myself a coffee, I can do my weekly shop, like I can function normally, but it's like it creeps up on me, or it's like a underlying like stress, or it's like it hits me in like a rage where I like shout at someone and then I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's weird that that's my new normal, but at the time it was so like, I don't know, it's just weird that it grows like that.
Yeah.
And like mental health, I don't know, just the way that it affects you, and like, it just felt so real and heavy, and like my brain was on fire, and it was like, this is so at the forefront of my brain all the time, and I was convinced that that's the only way that I was ever going to feel again. But like, that's just not how I feel anymore.
It's fucking weird.
And I'm not over it.
God, no. Well, you will never get over it.
I'll never get over it. But it's like, I'm not at that point anymore where it's like, I wake up every day and think about her. Like, my biggest stress over the last month has been losing my job. It hasn't been Mum's death. Like,
but that's also like,
that's a good thing.
It's a
like,
great thing.
I've gotten to the point now where Mum's death isn't the biggest stress in my life.
Wow.
My daily life is the biggest stress in my life. But my daily life isn't grief anymore. It can be.
No, but that's the thing.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. It just changes. It varies. Oh, I forgot how close I am. It varies so much. Like, grief is always there because it touches every part of your life. Like, there's not a day when there's nothing really related to grief. There's days where you can just get on with it, but like, most days it's like some sort of reminder, or
something happens.
Something is there. But yeah, it also, I think it just kind of, it is over I see it as like a blanket over all of life.
Yeah. Same.
But it's not like, sometimes the blanket's fucking, hey, here's a good one for you. Sometimes the blanket's heavy. You know, when a towel's wet, it's heavy. And other times it's a bit lighter and you can like...
mould it to your life. The thing is, like, my grief at the moment presents itself in ways that it's like, oh, it gets to 7 p.m. and I'm like, oh, I just want to give up with the day and go to bed. That's kind of how my grief is presenting itself in the moment. And maybe that's not my grief, maybe that's just my mental health or like my autistic burnout, but like, that for me is my biggest struggle at the moment, is just like, it's not like waking up crying every day or like waking up and being like, God, I miss her. Like, it's not like that for me at the moment. It's just like, I don't know, the way that I eat, or the way that I don't know, my routine. It's just touching little parts, like, not every single part.
Yeah, I get
It's
that.
interesting.
But yeah, it's really weird to think, like, I don't relate or think about that part of my life at all.
Same.
And I'm living very much in the present, although in therapy I go back to that time.
Same.
Which is good, and regular therapy is really helping with that, and just talking about it out loud. Like, even just saying that story about me going on the bus, I feel like has gotten rid of a layer of suppression that I had on today. Like, I feel like I wake up and it's always just straight on armour.
Yeah.
And talking about it, even that little bit, is helpful.
Definitely.
Just to remember that really was your life, and that's fine. Sometimes it's too painful to attach to the memories and talk about them. And I was there for 6 years. Like, if, again, OGs know, we didn't talk about our grief for
years and years.
4 or 5 years. And it was only after my best friend died and Alicia's best friend died as well. And then we went through other griefs together that we decided to talk about it. So yeah, obviously our advice is to talk.
Yeah.
But like, even just a little bit like that, it does really help.
I think it's just reminding yourself, like, if you need, like, someone as an example, I would, like, we are literally living proof that, like, your grief will change and, like, your experience will change. Like, I remember I cried every day, like, every single day. I went to school, like, my teachers would not recognise me now.
No.
Like, I went to school and I was a mess. I would bawl my eyes out. I'd sit in the I don't know, mental health office, and I would scream into a pillow for hours and hours, and I would, like, every single day it was a problem. Every day I was either crying, I was sleeping, or I was, like, kicking off, or, like, and there was, you know, for every week there was a good day. But, like, I was convinced that my life would be that unstable for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm. Same.
No way near.
I thought that was it.
No, I'm no way near that anymore.
She's a completely different person.
But it's like,
You're a completely different person.
that's owed to me, my family, my friends, and my therapist, but it's also, like, just owed to time. Like, you don't have to be a superhuman person that's completely in tune with your emotions for time to be a healer for you.
Yeah.
You can just sit and wait. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't start doing work until last year.
Same.
I sat and waited for 6 years for it to pass, for me to just slowly, naturally come out of it and feel better, and I did. Mm-hmm. And then when I slowly and naturally felt better, that's when I decided therapy was the right time, because, time had already healed me halfway. Mm-hmm. It was time for me to jump on and start healing myself all the way now. Mm-hmm. But don't feel like you need to go to therapy within the first 6 months of your grief.
Yeah. Some therapists actually, like Suicide and Co, you have to have been grieving for a set amount of time before you can access therapy, because of that freshness and because it's like...
It's too raw
to even talk about. I got... my friends begged me to go to therapy. Bryony begged me to go to therapy for ages, for years, and I never did.
Yeah, we begged each other too. Or you begged me. I don't think I begged you.
No, but I wasn't ready, and that's fine. You know when you're ready, you'll know. And I mean, the thing is, it's two sides. You're not ever going to be like, I'm ready to go to therapy now. It's still going to feel like a slog. It doesn't feel easy, but it's worth it. Mm-hmm. And obviously this is a privileged position. Like, Dad pays for yours and I pay for mine. Mm-hmm. But there are so many, like Suicide and Co, and other charities like that do offer free ones. And Suicide and Co actually has no
God, I love that.
wait list. Like,
so
obviously
great.
you have to have lost someone to suicide, but the wait list is so short compared to NHS. But
I think
there's also groups and stuff too. So
no, that's really good. And, like, there's so much help out there, and it's getting better. But I think I read something recently, and it was, like, somewhat life-changing. The fact that, like, feeling ready for something isn't a feeling, it's a decision.
wow, yeah, it's not a feeling.
It's not a feeling at all. It's not an emotion. Ready, that's not an emotion.
Yeah,
That's a decision. Like, I never woke up ready. I never felt ready for therapy. I never felt ready for this. I never felt ready for that. I never felt ready to leave my job and get a new job. Like, you don't wake up and feel ready. You wake up and feel scared of the unknown. You feel blah, blah, blah. So 5 million different things. But you decide that you're ready. Mm-hmm. Like, you decide.
I love that.
Yeah. And that for me was huge, because it's like for example, leaving my job in the current state that I was in, I was never going to wake up and feel ready to leave that job. I was waiting to wake up and feel ready.
but you don't.
But that's not a feeling that was ever going to come.
Same with me moving to London, really.
Yeah,
It's
and
hard
same with
to...
us starting therapy.
Yeah.
Same with us, like, starting this. Like, every decision, like, I've waited to feel ready. But overall, I've just had to decide to myself that I'm ready and then fucking make the rest up.
Yeah.
And it works. So if you guys are waiting at home week by week, waiting, I don't feel ready yet, you're not ever going to feel ready.
Yeah,
Just
you're
decide
not.
that you are.
Yeah. But also, you'll know when you're definitely not ready.
Yeah.
And it's worth a shot. Like, those years I was like, I'm not ready. I went to one therapy session 3 or 4 years in at work that we were offered a free one, and I talked about my friend the whole time. So, yeah, you'll know when you're
You'll know when
definitely
you're
not ready. Yeah.
That's it. Like, so many people for so long were like, go to therapy, and I was like, no. And that's
ready.
a clear indicator that I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
But then when I started to be like, go then. Now go.
Yeah,
Go now.
yeah, in that moment. And that's why my advice to you when you're having a depressive period or pit day it was like in that split second where you see a bit of light, or you're like, oh, I'm thirsty, you have to action it there.
When your brain tricks you, it like gives you a flashback to water, and you're like,
and then you need to
Yeah.
follow the instincts there, because sadness and grief can just overwhelm it all, really.
yes.
So now we are just going to do some question answer session.
Yeah. Do you want to go first?
Because enough about us.
Basically, there's so many, and we want to get through as many as possible. So,
Yeah, we're just going to try and do them quick.
but also, if we don't read yours out today, we'll use it for the next one, because hopefully we're going to do it remotely, aren't we, Leisha?
Yeah, so we'll do more question and answer stuff in the future, so
We'll save them.
save them. Okay, so
Some of them have gagged me to the core, especially. It's been a reveal. Someone sent me something that happened at school that I didn't know about or have forgotten about, and it's so weird.
oh yeah, it's weird when people remind you of stuff that you've forgotten.
Maybe we'll speak about that one next time.
This one is for you, if you want to do it.
Okay.
How have you found moving? And has it brought up feelings of grief you didn't expect? I moved recently and it was really upsetting. It was really unsettling and brought up a lot of feelings of missing my mum. It's a confusing one.
Aww. Yeah. The day that I moved was definitely a griefy one.
You cried the whole way,
I
didn't
cried
you?
the whole way home, and I cried so much, like, leaving. I'm such a sentimental person.
Yes,
So, like,
same.
it's like, oh, the last wee in here, the last time I walk through here, the
Yeah.
last time I'll do this, the last time I'll sit here with my tea, like, that sort of thing. I think moving is a griefy thing anyway, because you're packing up things, you're finding things that you haven't really seen in a while. You find like a box of photos that you didn't know were there, or like a note that you kept, things like that. It's also an occasion where your family would usually help you do that. And it's quite a shock of reality when it's like you have something big like moving city and you don't have your mum or someone close to you to talk to about that, or experience that big decision with, or share the news with, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's hard.
And I think when you are moving to somewhere new, it makes you feel vulnerable. And I think when you feel vulnerable, grief comes.
Yeah.
Grief comes. And that's why when you're feeling sad about something, even if it's nothing to do with grief, usually you can have a griefy thought or two along with it. And that's
Or
like
10.
when I cry, I'm never really crying about one thing. Like if I'm crying about
Yeah.
something, I'm crying about everything.
Same.
And it makes it into a big cry.
Yeah.
I'm grieving, I'm crying the loss. And
Yeah.
I'm also crying about stubbing my toe.
Yeah.
It's like when you feel vulnerable, I feel like a baby, and then I feel unsafe and unsettled, and then, I'm crying.
Yeah.
So I think, naturally there are a lot of that. I think the main thing for me with moving was moving away from you and how that was going to be. And I'm just so proud of you
I'm proud of you.
for being okay, and like how we've got ourselves into this situation of not codependency.
Yeah,
when
it's
it was
wild.
It's wild. Like this time
is
last
wild.
year, I couldn't go a day without,
Yeah,
having
that's
to
it.
come over or something. And
It was just like constantly worrying about each other as well. It was just like, if I don't reply to her today, like, is she going to be fine? Or like, if I'm in a bad mood today, like, is Amy going to be okay? Or like, if she's not there, like, and I have a bad day, like, and she can't get to me, like, is that going to be fine? And like, we've just had to come to terms with the fact that like we can't fucking threaten each other with each other's mental health, as much as we didn't want to do that. Like,
what do you mean?
I couldn't let you not move away in case I had a bad day. Like, we got to the
Yes.
point where we were just like, we're entrapping ourselves in each other's, the possibility of each other being sad. And like, you've got to, your life has got to move on with it.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, in that episode a couple back, before I moved, we were talking about it a bit and how it was like I didn't want to go because I was worried about you, But then by not going as well, that carries on the
worry.
the role that you had of me being there for you like all the time.
Exactly. Like we're not
Which wasn't
challenging
helpful.
any unhealthy
Yeah.
behavior by fueling each other with making sure that we're accessible to each other 24/7. How are we ever going to learn to be okay on our own if we were just accessible to each other 24/7? Like that's what moving did for us, was give us that space to fully work on ourselves and actually work on ourselves for ourselves, not for each other.
Yeah.
But moving is scary. It's like, I think the biggest thing for me would be the doing it without my mum, or like, it's like when Christmas comes around and it's like, I'm doing the Christmas shop. Like, it's a real reminder of like, I'm fending for myself in this big bad world.
Yeah.
And that's a really hard thing. But I just try and romanticize it, honestly.
What, me being gone?
Romanticize everything.
What, going to the
Just
shop?
like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm doing this without her, but that's because this is the life that I'm in, and blah, 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 blah. Like,
Yeah. I also, when I'm busy, I make myself busy to not think about grief as a pattern I've noticed. So like me moving to London and stuff, like I didn't really give myself time to think anything.
yeah. Which isn't advice.
It's not advice at all. It's just what I do. I just edit all day and all night, so I don't have to think about anything.
Yeah.
And just go on holiday. So no, I wouldn't today doing that. But yeah, I have felt it, but not hugely, because I only really allow myself the grief to come when I'm really busy sometimes.
But we're also in therapy, so it's like, we didn't think about it in our daily lives, but we spoke about it in therapy. Like, I think for us, it's like, because we're in therapy and we've got a weekly or bi-weekly slot to think and talk about grief, that for me has become my routine. Like, I think about it all the time, but it's like a Thursday afternoon where it's like, this is my grief day. So I suppose we let a lot of it out with our therapists, but it's just about remembering, like, you deserve to experience new things, you deserve to experience new places, you deserve to see the world.
Yeah,
and it feels
100%.
scary, and it feels, with grief, it feels a lot more like you should be in the place that you're in, and comfort blankets are a lot more, you know, needed. And like, I, for example, like really settle in a home, and then when I move home, it's like a whole new chapter, and it's like, it's this huge thing, and grief does that to you. But it's also a nice thing, like, you're allowed to leave something behind and start again without leaving someone behind that you lost during that time that you were there.
Yeah, you're allowed to carry on. You need to.
Yeah.
Well.
And you take them with you.
Hell yeah. I hope that answered your question. I'm not too sure if it did, but
Good
we
for
love
you
a
on moving.
tangent. Good for you on moving. I
Can
just
do it.
need to shut that window.
Yeah, it's quite loud. Sorry if you heard that bus.
God, there's so many. The fear of not going to the graveyard.
Oof.
Oh, or do they mean the fear of going? They've put the fear of not going to the graveyard.
I think they mean not. It's like, you don't want to go, but you feel bad for not wanting to go. I think that's what that is. So like, for me, I have a fear of going. Regardless whether you go or not, you're still going to be grieving that person every single day. I've never been to Mum's grave. Actually, I have once, when Dad gave Isabel 20 quid to take me.
Bought her a McDonald's.
Bought her a McDonald's, yeah. He said, if you go to the grave with Alicia, I'll give you 20 quid and you can have Mackey's. So we did do that, and that was great. Don't know why we did that, because I didn't want to go. But
Yeah, but you probably just thought that that's...
something that I needed.
I also think
I
that
probably
that's
did
fair.
need it.
I do think that, yeah, for someone to tell you to go is probably quite good advice, because I think it's on suppression territory, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's in that realm. I've been twice because I don't want to even think that village exists where we lived.
That's it. We
Like-
don't go to that place because it was home that we moved away from. But
Yeah.
I don't go to the grave because I don't really feel like I need to go there to remember her. I remember her in my life now, and I've brought her to Manchester with me, and I remember her in things here, even though she was never here with us.
nice.
Yeah, I find it nicer to do that rather than to go home. And I feel like I do have a fear of going, but I also understand what you mean by having a fear of not going, because it's like, what if I never go? And what if I get to this point where I've never been and I've never seen her, or I've never been to visit her, I've never sat with her and talked to her. I think grieving people, or like it's part of a grief narrative to go and sit by the grave. That's how it's portrayed in films. That's how it's portrayed in TV. It's like you sit on the bench and you say, happy birthday, Dad. Or like,
Yeah.
that's not really what it is for
Falling
me.
out.
It's like, I don't really go to the grave. The grave isn't part of my grief. So you don't need to be scared of not going or doing things in a right way or the way that seems real, because if you don't want to go, you don't want to go. If
Yeah.
you do want to go, then go.
Yeah. Also, like, if you are worried about not going and not ever going, like, the only way you're going to know is to try. So if you do want to go, but you're not sure how you're going to be, just take it slow, take it gentle, make sure it's on a day where you've got nothing else to do, or maybe you've got someone that you can call, you could tell someone and say, look, I'm going to go to the grave. Is it all right if I give you a ring after if I need to? Like, putting those things in place. Also, maybe having a nice plan with someone who doesn't mind if you cancel, like going to get a hot chocolate or whatever. I always just turn to chocolate, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's my advice, or a spliff, but I wasn't going to recommend that. I don't go, but that's more so because I don't live we don't live anywhere where that was. And I have a real problem with that area in terms of, like, every time I've driven through, I've had a panic attack, or like, it's not a place where I feel safe. My like fight or flight is like going fucking whappy.
Yeah.
My body's like, get out, get out, get out, literally. Just
That's
like,
it. And if
over
your body's
over
doing
again.
that, then it's probably an indicator that you should stay away from it.
For now.
For now. Because you won't feel like that forever.
Yeah.
It's just about how you feel on the day. Like, there's no pressure, there's no rules. Like, if you get to the end of your life and you've never been, no one's going to be at your deathbed being like, why didn't you go to the grave?
Except for them, probably.
Except for them, yeah. I was
Why'd
like,
you never
wait.
come and visit me, you fucker?
Yeah, innit?
Joke.
When you get to heaven, they'll be like, hey, tapping their feet.
I can't wait to go to heaven.
You're not going there.
I don't really believe in God, but I believe in heaven because I really want to. I just want to get there and like all my dogs run over.
Yeah, and there's like Eliza setting up the buffet. She's in hell. Next.
What?
Dad's getting new girlfriends that you don't get on with.
Oh, T.
Gag.
We'll say stepdads though, not dads. Dads.
Oh, no,
it's
dad's
not
great.
Dad. We're going there. We can't go there.
Thing is,
we had a really
tough time.
Tough time with this.
with a new motherly figure being brought to the Christmas table the year that she died. The year that Mum died, I never experienced a Christmas with her not there. And we never experienced a Christmas as a family, like, this is the first Christmas without your mum, let's do it properly. We never spoke about her. We never spoke about her as a family. It was just, Amy's moved back to London, to Manchester for Christmas, for uni. There's a gap in the house, let's bring in new one. And I'm like 16, trying to grieve her.
This is hell.
Whilst there's a new person in my life that I don't know.
Which also wasn't the first new person. There was other people brought
As a mother figure.
too soon.
Way too soon.
That we
Within
hated.
weeks. Within weeks. Whilst we were setting up the funeral, we had people in the house that were trying to mother us that we didn't know. And I think that's the problem with losing a parent and being left with a step-parent. That's for me, because obviously step-parents can be, you know, just as impactful as parents in a lot of people's lives. But for us, our stepdad was in our lives from when I was about 6 until Mum died. So it was a good 10 years, 10, 12 years where he was our father figure.
More time with him than our real dad.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah. But that still meant that I would never go to him with my problems, really. I'd go to Mum because she was there. Why would I go to my stepdad when I could go to her? Suddenly she died, and the only person I could go to was him. But I'd never had any sort of open communication with him because he was just Mum's partner. Why would I go to him with my problems when I could go to Mum as a child? So I never spoke to him. I never understood him emotionally. He never understood me emotionally because we never had that. So suddenly we're like with a new woman and it's like, what the hell? So I just left, basically.
Yeah, there's a lot to say on that and how, like, difficult that whole thing was. That was, like, the worst.
It was the worst time ever.
Worst time.
I'm so angry about it.
But I think yeah,
I don't think I've ever gotten over that, to be honest. I think I just moved away and left it how it was because I was like, okay, if that's what you're doing, I'm going to leave and I'm going to do it my way. And that's where we're
I'll
at.
do it.
My
I bet
way.
that's someone's funeral song. We've just triggered the shit out of them.
Yeah,
I'm sorry if that was, but it's just because our friend sang it in karaoke the other day.
Yeah, he
And it
did
was really
smash
good.
it.
But yeah, I do think that's one of the hardest things. We've spoke about it before on TikTok.
Yeah.
About how you go through a lot of different phases on like, you know, the first thing is like, how could you ever do that? And then it's like, you get to a point where it's like, it's their first time on the earth too. And like, they're people, their own person with all their nuances and like,
They deserve love and they
deserve love
to be
and blah,
alone.
blah, 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 blah. So it's a really hard one to navigate through, but just protect yourself with how things make you feel. That's valid. Mm-hmm. And you just need to protect yourself to as much extent as you can from things you don't want to see, things you don't want to be around.
Yeah. Because they also, like, at the end of the day, like, people that have lost their partners obviously deserve to find someone else.
For
They
sure.
obviously deserve to find love. And it's hard when there's a child in that who feels perhaps that someone being brought in is a replacement and it's not fair and it's never going to be justified and it's horrible.
But
It's something you've
if
just...
they're a fucking freak, like a lot of them were,
For us.
then
You can laugh about it on a
Good luck
podcast
to
8 years
you.
later. Good luck to you. Because I don't know what I did. I just moved.
I moved as well.
I did it my way.
My
Sorry,
turn.
That was supposed to be a quick one. That was probably...
Did I
gonna have
cut
to
you
be
off there?
No,
I just didn't want us to talk about him too much.
that's
I
it.
didn't
It's
want
hard
to
for
go-
us to do that.
I didn't want to go into him.
Yeah, I don't either. But it's also, that is a topic that's huge for us. Something that we haven't really spoken about. And it's a massive source of my trauma. So, like,
Yeah, same.
that is something that we can talk about, but it's very hard for us because it's a public platform. But just know that that's something that we've hugely struggled with and we've dealt with it wrong and right ways. All of us have. So,
Yeah, it's a lot.
that's that on that for now.
We're putting that one, putting a
unfortunately.
peg in that one. Someone's put, also, I love y'all. Dad passed 6 months ago and you remind me of me and my sisters.
I love messages like that.
I love when people say, or when people come to our events and they're with their sisters and they're
Same.
like, this is how, like, what we're like.
Yeah, same.
Okay. Close friends complaining about their mum to you even though yours is dead. This used to make me scream livid. But even like at the beginning, it wasn't even them just complaining. It was them just mentioning that they
the
had a
word
mum.
mum.
I'm going to brunch with my mum. It's my mum's birthday. Oh, I'm going to get her this. All of these things felt like they were absolute stabs through the heart.
Yeah, they felt personal.
They felt personal and like they're attacks. And also, alongside that, what I also hate is when someone would say something like that and then somebody would clock and like look at you like,
Yeah, but I think it's like more about like people like complaining about their mum, like being like, oh, I hate her, or like, oh, she just pissing me off.
Yeah.
Or like, why can't she just leave me alone? And it's like, that's valid. Like, I think we need to remember that pain is relative to your own life situation. And that's helped me in so many ways not get angry at people for just being like angry about something in their life. Like there's obviously times before mum died where I felt, God, I hate her. God, I'm so angry at her. And like I said that to my friends. So like that's normal to do that. But I think as the grieving person, it's about like recognizing within yourself, okay, this is triggering. If it's too triggering, you can say to them, look, I love you loads and loads and loads, but is there any chance that when you have mum issues, you could go to this friend about it instead?
so valid. Yeah.
Or you can, if you feel well enough, you can sit in it and be like, okay, this is triggering me or this is making me feel a certain way. But remember that they're a person and their issues are valid too.
And they've lost their mum.
And they've like, yeah. No,
Yeah.
you've lost yours. That's not it. That's not the question.
What?
They're complaining about their alive mum.
Sorry, I thought you were saying. You should. The other person should think.
No.
About us.
No.
Well,
because
they should.
don't.
Yeah, but they should also.
should.
There should be a level of like sensitivity
Hello?
with what you're saying around people. Like
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. For your friend to come to you and choose you as the person to talk about mum problems is a bit
Annoying.
weird and annoying.
Just tell them
So
to...
you're allowed to tell them to fuck off.
Just say,
Or-
this is what you used to do. Read the room. Read the room.
Yeah.
Read the room.
Or if it's a situation where maybe you only have each other and you're each other's only friend and blah, 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 there'll be situations where you can't go to someone else, fine. But there's been times where I've had to sit in it and be like, okay, this is somewhat triggering, and obviously my mum's dead, so you can't struggle with yours. But then I've just had to realise that, like, that's my life, that's my thing.
Yeah.
And their problems are still problems and they're still valid.
Yeah.
Just because mine are worse or
Course.
bigger or she's dead. Like, people still have lives just because yours is you've lost someone. And that's a really hard to swallow pill, and it feels really insensitive to say, like, yeah, but just because your mum's dead doesn't mean that other people don't have problems. Because that's so hard, and I want, like, even that's making me angry to be like, shut up! Yeah, but mine's dead!
Yeah.
It's like, you either tell them to fuck off and say go to someone else, or just try and remind yourself that everyone's problems are relative.
Yeah. It's all about balance. I feel like grief is that constant finding the balance, like especially where we're at now, 8 years down the line after we've gone through a few different motions with it. Like, it's always just finding the balance of, well, there's one quote that I love that I like to apply to myself is, just because somebody's, like, saying you can't be saying you can't be sad because someone else is sadder is like saying you can't be happy
Because someone else
is happier. Like, you have to, it is relative to everyone, but then also grief is like
fucking bad. And, like, it's categorical that you losing your mum is worse than someone being angry that their mum didn't turn up for dinner. Or, like, there's just categorically things that are worse than each other, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Basically, just try and weigh up the severity of the situation, because, for example, if it's like, my mum's a fucking bitch and she forgot to buy me a snack, fuck off. You can tell them to fuck off.
Missed me with that one, bro.
Yeah. Fucking tell your diary, do you know what I mean? Get a journal.
Yeah.
If it's like...
Tell ChatGPT.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
If you don't care
Please
about
don't do
planet,
that.
then you
Please. Don't do that.
Ooh.
Anyway. If it's like serious, like it's actually a big, serious problem, like a health problem, or like they're going through something, or it's like...
Their mum's being an absolutely horrible...
Yeah, or like it's like disowning, or like they're being evil, or like, I don't know, it doesn't even need to be that deep.
It doesn't need to be that deep.
If it's just like, if it's like an actual problem, then yeah, listen to your friends. Like, just because you've been through something big doesn't mean that you shouldn't be there for your friends. And if it's really triggering, oh my God, obviously prioritise yourself. If it's going to really harm you, you're allowed to say, please go to someone else about this. Like, I do love you, but it's too harmful for me.
Yeah.
But if not, listen.
Give it a bash.
Give it a bash. See how it goes. But it is going to change every single time, so...
Yeah. Some days you might
just
be
check in
feeling
with
worse.
yourself.
100.
This one I want to talk about. How do you get through big life events when someone is missing? I graduate high school tomorrow and my dad died in April. So, for one, oh my God, April is no time. Like, no time.
How long ago was it?
April.
This April? Oh, that's so recent.
Like, it's really recent. And that's kind of what it was like for me. It was like, she died in March and I left school that year, or like 2 years later I graduated high school. So if you're in year 13, it's way sooner than it was for me. So I can imagine it's going to be really hard. It's like at prom when I looked around and everyone was with their mums and I wasn't. It was like really, really hard. And like, I can't lie to you and say it's not going to be hard. And you're probably going to, there's probably going to be a feeling overall that whole day of like something missing. And like, I want to prepare you for that because that's probably going to be there. But it's just about, yes, that feels like that, but look around at the love. Look around at what you've achieved. That day is for you to celebrate your achievements, especially the achievements since April, because that's huge, like so huge. I can't tell you enough how proud we are and like how proud a lot of people are going to be of you for getting there and putting yourself first, and through all the chaos where it didn't even feel possible, to find some random strength from nowhere to put yourself forward and get your grades. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Because we've both done that, and it wasn't easy for both of us.
It's one of those things you like look back and you're like, how the
fuck did I do that? And you will.
And you did that.
Like, you are so strong right now, even though you don't feel it. Like, you're going to look back and be astonished as to how you graduated and how you found the strength to do that. So yeah, we're just very proud of you. It's going to be hard.
Can I read the question?
Yeah, it's just about like, how the fuck do you do it? And it's like, there's not really a right answer. It's going to come regardless. It's going to come in waves. There'll be parts of the day that will feel like shit, and there'll be parts of the day where you'll be able to laugh. Take them both as they come. Mm-hmm. And just surround yourself with a support system that can help you and support you in both of those.
I might have to edit this and send it to them before tomorrow.
Yeah.
Before they graduate.
I think it's just so important. Like, yeah, you're amazing, and we love you, and we're proud of you. And it's going to be okay. And that's to everyone that's going through something right now, because we also think about days like our wedding day is going to be fucking shit.
Yeah, it's things like that.
It's things like that. Like, it's, but I don't know how I'm going to feel until my wedding day. So just take it as it comes.
I think it's like, obviously because it's so recent for you, it feels like such a gap. I think with time, and I hate to be the person that says time is a healer, but like the gap feels less big. Mm-hmm. And like some days on birthdays and stuff, like
The gap as in like the loss.
Yeah, the missing piece. It's like, because you start to, every birthday without them, it becomes less weird, because it's like, well, for me, I can only speak on my own experience, but it's like you're further away from the incident, so you're having more birthdays without them, whereas before it was just all with, and now there's more without. Yeah, so it does. For me, there's still going to be moments and birthdays, I'm sure, where I lose it and break down, because it's just a big day without them. But also the last birthdays, I haven't been like that, and I haven't felt like, oh, missing that call from them, or.
I feel like, because if this is your first big life event since losing him, it's going to feel fucking horrible, because, as you said, all the life events that you've had since have been with him, so the only thing you can compare it to is feeling happy and whole. You will feel happy and whole again. Right now you won't, and that's okay. And if tomorrow's shit, it's shit. You're going to look back and it will still be your graduation day. And in 10 years, you'll look back and you'll be so proud. So just take it as it comes. If tomorrow's a hard day, tomorrow's a hard day. In a week, you can look back on it and it could be a proud day. If you don't feel proud right now, that's fine, because that's coming. Just take it as it is, and it'll be okay.
Yeah.
And we're right here. We're right here.
I wanted to do this one on our messages. Let's see if we've got any new ones. They come in so fast, friggin' hell. Like, when we started this, we had
to get our friends to send in, just in case we didn't get any responses.
Yeah, and we never didn't get responses.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
It's
bittersweet,
so nice.
obviously.
Yeah. But also, I just wanted to say, we are also speaking from a traumatized brain.
Yeah, see, that's it.
It's a good point. Like, if anything we say, like, that you want to challenge and say, actually, they're promoting toxic behaviour, say it. Say it. Because the thing is, we're speaking on behalf of us. We're not out of the thick of it yet. We're speaking with a traumatized brain. We're probably going to be speaking. Both of us are huge people pleasers with huge problems with the way, like, perception issues and pleasing people and people being angry at us. That's a huge trauma for us. So if our responses are rooted in people pleasing, just remember that we're not agony aunts. We are just people that are going through it too, and we have got disordered brains.
What a disclaimer that was.
Yeah.
I think people know that. Like,
They
this is just
better.
our this is just our life. That's all we can ever speak on. And if it helps, it helps.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't feel like it fits right for your experience, then that's also fine, because everyone's grief's different.
Yep.
Okay. I've got two that I want to do.
Go on then. Greedy.
What did you expectedly feel hardest to throw away? Mine was Dad's pots and pans.
Ooh. We had it thrown away for us.
Yeah, we wanted to keep them, but
The dog chewed it, apparently.
Right. We weren't in charge. We weren't in charge of this because of our circumstance. We moved away. But I was speaking to my new friend. Oh yeah, I got a new friend.
New friend.
New friend.
See, you're gonna make new friends as well.
New friend Ang. She's great. She lost her dad recently, and we were talking about that. We were talking about that because she had like some of his old jumpers and stuff, and we spoke about how weird the phone is, the mobile phone.
I've got Eliza's phone and passport in my top drawer.
Really? Phone? Can you go on it? No, as in like physically.
No, like one of her old phones. I don't have that phone. I think her family have that, but I have one of like.
You have her passport?
I have a passport. I sent it to her mum. I remember after she died, and she was like, "Oh, let's take her on holiday." And I was like, "Oh my god, I feel so bad. Like, why would I say that?"
So do you
Can't
have
take her
it?
away. Yeah. I just have it. I just hold it.
Okay.
Just tell my secrets to it.
Pots and pans is so cute. I think any object that's so, what's the word? What's the word that's like boring, like normal? Mundane. They're the hardest ones, like the slippers, the dressing gown, the like half-used moisturiser. That sort of shit that's frozen in time
That's
makes
fucked.
me feel fucking
I've
sick.
never even thought about that.
Yeah, I'm not going to actually. I've never thought about that until right now. I don't
No,
want
me
to.
either.
I don't know how they did that clear out. Wait, did we do it?
I don't know.
I have some sort of memory of us being like, oh, we have to do the clothes soon, we have to do the clothes. I feel like we might have done the clothes.
I think we did the clothes. It was very blurry, but like we were there straight away. We went from the hospital. We were with Dad for a bit, but then we went straight home. So like we were with Dad before, after we went straight back home. So we would have done the clear, some sort of clear. Like I feel like
I remember choosing a funeral outfit. Do you know a funeral fit? Come with me to choose.
When we
choose my
chose what she
funeral
was going to
fit.
get buried in.
Ew.
Anyway, a really good
Betty.
example of that is Betty. Let's make sure our waist is snatched. A good example of that is that little teddy. So Isabel's family, my best friend, Isabel lost her granddad a year after Mum died, I think. And what her mum did, she made his dressing gown into a teddy bear. That's what that blue teddy bear is.
No way.
That's made of Isabel's granddad's dressing gown.
That's sick.
It's so beautiful.
I wish I had that. Oh, maybe we could get the dressing gown.
So there's like plenty of artists and stuff. Like our friend Bryony she's made like
Rings and
rings. She's got a necklace where she used them. They played Monopoly as a family like every week or something, and she always chose the shoe. So like she made the shoe into a necklace.
So
and like
cute.
there's so many artists and craft people that can do stuff like that. Or you could just get the body stuffed. Joking. Cut that out.
But the mundane stuff, I can appreciate why that would be the hardest, the pots and pans, because they're not things you can keep as a memorial, really, but they're hard to
Yeah.
give away.
Either you tip them or
ultimately.
you use them.
That's actually, I've used Mum's old chopping board now. It's my clay board, so I don't chop food on it, but I make clay on it.
To be fair, yeah,
Multi-purposing things.
Well,
is-
when I went to uni, we just took stuff from the kitchen. So, like, I probably use Mum's pans all the time without thinking about it.
I bet they're fucked right now then.
Yeah, they
That's
are.
Years.
They are. Oh, yeah,
probably
they're
get
like 10 years
poisoned.
old.
Okay, your turn.
A lot of these are very on the nose and very big topics for us that we probably will speak about in length. But dreams, yes, we have dreams about Mum. Yes, a lot of them are fucking horrible. Yes, a lot of them contain very horrible, horrible things.
Oh my God.
Yes.
See our last episode for some examples.
Fucking hell. I also have dreams that she's like actually alive, or like she's, I don't know, shagging me up the arse, or
What the fuck? Why would you
stuff
say
like that.
that?
Anyway.
That?
Yeah.
You've not had that?
I don't even like bum play.
You've not had that?
No, I haven't. I've had a dream that I was getting R-worded by a horse and she was riding the horse saying giddy up. So, yes, I've had dreams about Mum.
I remember getting that text of that dream, and I just looked at it. I think I was
Threw
like,
your phone in the lake.
I was just looking at it like I think my eyes just like glossed over. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
And it's just like I have to go to work and be like, hi, how are you? What can I get?
What milk would you like in your latte?
Only oat milk and that one. And it's
Get
like,
it- that's
fuck off. I've got
No.
a fucking image.
No, I can't. I don't want to
Yes,
know.
I do have dreams about them all the time.
Why are you asking her that?
Why are you asking her that?
Why are you asking
Thing
her
is,
that?
I smoke every night
my
to fall
turn.
asleep, so I can't talk about that. I don't have any other coping mechanism. What is that? What is it, Queenie? What is
Okay.
it, boy?
What is it, boy? Right, girls, what would you do? I'm a freelancer. Both parents are dead, but I'm doing very well considering. Clicks.
The
Clicks,
fact that you're a
clicks, clicks, clicks,
freelancer is fucking crazy.
Love that.
Love.
Queen shit. But I'm doing very well considering. When I'm in a new job surrounded by loads of new people or I'm uncomfortable, I have this tendency to lie and act like my parents are still alive. Sounds relatable. Sounds
Very
familiar.
like you.
I don't want to make other people uncomfortable when it comes up. Same thing with dating. I never know whether to tell the truth or not. It makes me feel like a freak when I do it, but panic. What is the normal thing to do?
No idea.
First thing, there's no normal thing to do. Grief isn't normal. Grief is different for everyone. But I'll tell you what we're not going to do
actively
anymore.
very abnormal.
We're not going to try and worry about everyone in a room feeling uncomfortable. That's what we're
No.
not going to do. We're not doing that anymore.
No.
Like, I know that in turn that makes you feel uncomfortable, and I get that. But
Once you start doing it,
the sooner you start doing it, the easier it gets. Fuck them if they feel awkward.
innit?
It's not your problem.
That's their problem because they don't have any social skills.
But I completely relate to this so much.
Same.
I did this with exes. I did this with their families around the table when they'd ask me what my parents did. I'd speak about them in present tense. I would, whatever. And then it changed into pretending to talking about them, but as if it was a film or as if it was someone else's. Like I'd be so disconnected from what I was saying. And then now I feel like I'm getting more connected. But this has been 8 years and I'm only just really saying out loud that these things have happened to me. I mean, the podcast has helped hugely with that.
True.
Made me very accountable for,
Innit? We can't pretend
I
she's
can't
dead
lie.
now.
Yeah, I can't pretend she's alive.
Pretend she's dead.
Yeah.
We've been pretending she's
Exactly.
dead this whole time,
Yeah.
by the way.
But I would just say, try and do it slowly with people that you feel safe around. It's not, you shouldn't, I'm sorry that we live in a society where you feel like you need to lie. And you don't feel comfortable and you feel like it's such a taboo that you can't even speak about it at work. But I think that it's always best just to tell the truth if asked. Because otherwise you're just, like you said, you make yourself feel like a freak. You then make yourself feel bad for lying and all this stuff.
And it also then makes it harder for when you finally do start accepting it in your brain, if you've been lying to yourself, it's just, you're just enabling yourself to suppress, which feels probably really comfortable and nice, but only for so long.
Yeah.
That will only serve you for so long. However, I have never done that. So from my perspective, me and Amy have been very different than that. I've always told people that she's died. I've shared how she died. Amy's not very comfortable with that at all. I talk about her quite often and quite nonchalantly.
No, I don't.
You don't. So at work, for example, if someone asked me about my mum and they just started, I'd say she's dead. Easy. I just go, well, she's actually dead. Or if I was my first date with Nina, I told her that I cry every single day and I speak about her. I bring her up on first dates because I want to know how they're going to react. I'm testing their ability to be emotionally intelligent. So for me, it's I'm going to speak about what I'm going through. And if you can't deal with that, that's for you to go home and think about. That's not for me to go home and think about. I should be able to speak about her and be open in that and sleep at night.
Exactly.
Exactly. And I'm sorry that that's not the truth because it doesn't feel like that at all. And I still have feelings where I say, I'll then go for a cig and be like, oh my God, why did I say that? Now it's just
it's
so weird
awkward.
and so awkward, or now they know and now I'm the one with the dead mum and why did I say that? And it's you said that because it's true.
Yeah, you just said the truth.
You just said the truth. The rest of it's the rest of it.
100%. Another one, last one?
This one.
That's the one I just did.
This one's good. I'd be interested on your takes about relationships with partners and how it's affected by trauma and grieving. I think this is a whole episode in itself.
For sure.
Especially me. No, actually not true. Not true. Both of us. Definitely both of us.
Yeah, definitely both of us.
I've had 2 relationships in my life. One of them's been really good and one of them's been really bad. And grief has been at the centre of both of them. So what I've learned is that I spent my first relationship trying to present my grief in a way that was digestible, and when I let it slip and really let go and let someone in, it wasn't okay. Like, she wasn't prepared for that.
Also, what you were looking for in that relationship wasn't
right. Yeah, I spent that relationship looking for mum, and it took me halfway through that relationship when I started therapy for my therapist to be like, you're expecting her to be your mum, and like, I just wanted someone to fill that and save me, and that wasn't okay. So I was, you know, it depends on your intention. I've now gone into a new relationship
completely different,
completely able to look after myself, and like, that's completely changed everything, and like, we're so happy and it's so healthy and it's so gorgeous, and like, because I'm able to look after myself, she's very open to helping me.
Yeah, I agree. I think we definitely need a whole episode on this because it affects every relationship that you have, I think.
Yeah, it does.
Because it affects everything, because friends don't know what to do, and then you're also angry at everyone. You're also like, have your work relationships, they change. The dynamics everywhere shifts, I think.
And you seek different
because you're
things.
different. You're a different person. Grief just changes who you are and changes your needs, changes your boundaries, and also can show you who's a good friend and who's not.
Yeah, defo. And partner.
Yeah, and relationships, I think, are a whole episode. There's so much to it.
We really could go into like every single relationship that we've had and really, really go into it. And I would love to do that because I think it would be helpful, but...
Well, yeah, same. I think with me, the main ones are like my first relationship with when mum died, who I was with. The ones in the middle, that was when I was young. The ones in the middle were all just absolute suppression tools, and there was no mention or talks of grief in any of them. There was no
support.
There was no support. I didn't open up. I didn't let anyone in. I didn't use. They were just distraction. Yeah. And this one now is the first one that I've actually spoke to really about my mum and about that experience. And even now, we've been together nearly 3 years. We don't. I'm not there to go in every detail yet. There's things I've never said, and it's a process because I've only just started really talking about it. But the first one was ruined because of the grief. I think it changed me so much, and it made me close off, and nobody knew what to do. Or
you couldn't look after yourself, let alone someone else, as well.
Yeah, but I wouldn't let anyone look after me, and I think that's
the problem.
Yeah.
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 I think for me, like, my first relationship, obviously, I went into it wanting to be saved, and wanting them to fill a hole, and I let loose and didn't understand at all what sides to show, what sides to not show at specific times. I don't know. I understand now. I'm also really autistic, so it was really hard, but I'm now in a relationship where they allow me the space to be vulnerable, and I know that I'm safe in being vulnerable, and like, regardless how that conversation goes, we're always going to come to a resolution at the end, and it's always going to be prioritized ourselves in the end of it. So like, I don't know, I'm just very lucky to have a safe person that I can talk to and that cares about me and that I care about. But every single relationship in my life has been affected by grief. My manager, I didn't even realise I was looking for mum in her.
You basically were trying to get bitty off her, weren't you?
No. Just like, I would just be like, I'm not coming in today, and I'd expect her to be like, oh, my love, it's so fine. Just like things like that, like,
Yeah.
it just takes a while. It takes you to step out and have a third party perspective for you to understand that. And like, it's okay for things to change, and it's okay to lose people, and it's okay for you to not be okay in a relationship. It's okay for you for a relationship to end because you grieve. That's not your fault.
Yeah, it's just the new you.
It's the new you, baby.
You, baby.
But I think we should absolutely go into that properly because that's huge.
It's huge. Yeah. Relationships
Not
of
for
all
today.
kinds. Not for today.
I'm not doing that, unfortunately.
I can't go there today.
Becca, please don't make me do it.
Don't make me do it.
Don't.
What's that video that's like, get that snail off me. Maisie, no. Maisie, please. Maisie.
I don't know. But
Oh my
Becca,
God.
Please.
Wait,
What?
before we go, so in our last episode,
What?
what? In our last episode, we were talking about things we wanted to do and get involved in initiatives and stuff. At the end, am I boring you?
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not talking to me.
My friend Chloe, shouts Chloe, love you, who works in Parliament, she just sent me a message. Just finished a podcast episode. Going to see if either my boss or any of his pals in Parliament will support extended parental bereavement leave.
Wow.
Extended parental bereavement leave.
So if you've lost a parent, you can have work time.
More
off work.
time off.
The thing is, isn't the law in the UK that only if you've lost a child can you have bereavement leave, and it's only about 2 weeks?
I don't know if that's true. I don't know
I don't
what
know
it
the
is.
ins and outs, but
I don't think it's very good.
I know it's not very good. Fucking cheers, Chloe.
Well, thanks everybody
Thank you.
for
Listening.
listening. This episode was literally, it's so funny how our moods are on each one, because the last episode was fucking absolutely mental. It took me so long to edit because there was so much shit that I had to cut out because Alicia kept name dropping
was
people
so
from
hyper.
our absolute past, and saying some things.
Horrible things.
So I had to silence her.
I was
I had to
silenced.
silence her lived experience.
Yeah.
But
Sometimes you've got to.
we're much more serious today.
I'm just tired. I've
good
just lost
though.
my job yesterday.
Oh, what the fuck?
I'm redundant as hell,
What the
mama.
fuck?
I'm unemployed, mama.
Mama, can you hear me? Papa, can you hear me? I take back everything that I said. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you.
Thumbnail.